Amber, and I'm here with Sarah. We're going to be doing a lip blush service today, so she was kind enough to let us show you guys the behind the scenes. So I'm just going to talk to her the way I normally do, but let you guys in a little bit on how your appointment's going to go when you come for your lip blush service. So she's already filled out her paperwork, so when you arrive, we'll take a look at that. There's usually not much to talk about because you've already seen your information packet before you got here. So there's nothing on here that we need to talk about. So we're just gonna jump in with our consultation. And then from here, found that 30 minutes is kind of like the optimal time. You just look a little bit funny. And I found that it makes you a little more numb if we come a little bit in your cupid's bow, a little bit outside the lip shape. So don't worry, we won't tattoo there. Timer starts. So I will come over and check on you throughout the next half an hour or so. And sometimes it starts to move around. So I'll put more on, but you're good to go. You can look at your phone, you can sleep, hang out. You're more than welcome to go to the bathroom and walk around too. So you can stay in your chair. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put her cartridge in here. The machine I'm using is a Microblading. We use a couple here. The Bilar and the Zion are the two that we use, but I'm using the Bilar today. And then every client gets their own cartridge. So the cartridge is what has the tiny little needle in it, and then we throw this away every person. So the reason our technique is nice and soft and lip tint like is because we use a single tiny nano needle. So it'd be much faster if we use bigger configurations like a regular tattoo artist would use that would make big thicker lines, but then you'd have lipstick and not lip balm, and we have less control. So with this, I can do 2 passes on some people or 4 passes on some people. We can kind of control how bold you want them to be. So it's a tiny single needle. It takes longer, but it's worth it. It's also gentler. So our clients are healed in 3 or 4 days max, and there's never thick scabbing or a lot of bleeding or anything like that. So it's worth it to take longer to get the results that we want. So that sound is all you're gonna hear. So. Although she has tattoos, they're just hidden. Not so bad. It's not like a machine at all. It's regular tattoo. So what we're gonna do next is I'll wipe off that numbing gel, which probably feels really funny right now. And then I'm gonna draw so we can get a shape on there. And then we'll talk about colors. All right, feel okay?
Oh yeah.
Mostly gone. Okay, so mauve first.
Yeah,
Dusty, rosy kind of.
I had gathered some photos.
Yes, please.
I got
love photos.
I got some about that I like so much. Like that's more on the mauve side. But you can tell the kind of tones, low key and wifey, the kind of tones I tend to go for, like that dusty. This was you guys too. Nude kind of colors. So, am I making sense?
Yes, absolutely. So it's good that picture that you showed that I did. She has a natural lip tone kind of like yours, so that's good. Okay, so this one is the most pink of the ones I'm going to show you, but on people, it's definitely like a cooler one. So it makes me think about the colors that you showed me that were more pink than they were mauve.
Okay.
And then this color is like what we used on the client that I did that I showed you. So it's literally called mauve.
Of the two, I like that one better.
Yeah, I was going to say and I will swatch this kind of on your cheek by your lips so you can look at it. the cool thing is we'll do a couple of passes, and if I sit you up, sometimes I sit people up and I'm not done. They're like, but I'm done, it looks great.
Right.
But also you can be like, yeah, this looks good. I wish it was a little more pink, or I wish it was a little less pink. Yeah, but also I can do it today. So sometimes I can just lay you down and do one more pass with a slightly different color, and we can shift things a little bit. So I'm gonna give you a mirror.
I do like both of those, and maybe a blend of them would be nice.
I was gonna say we could totally mix them together. So So this is the mauve color.
Love that.
So it's kind of exactly what you were showing me. I will show you the other one. The other one's, it's very light.
Yeah.
So it's definitely more pink. Now, neither are gonna feel that heavy when I do it.
We did like 3/4 of this and 1/4 of that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Pink it up a little bit, and it will soften it a little bit. So that way you have a little more.
I love the mauve undertone, so that's exactly the kind of look I'm going for. But like a tiny drop.
Okay, cool. I think we should do 75, and then I'll do 25%. So.
Or even more of a difference, but like a little tiny
just
bit.
a little bit there.
Yeah, I love
mostly
the
mauve.
I love the mauve.
Perfect. I think it's perfect for you. So I will mix that, and then all you have to do is I'll write that down and I'll draw.
Okay.
And then we can start. Okay, so if you didn't catch that, we're doing mostly the mauve with a little bit of the light.
With a little drip?
Yes.
80-20?
Yeah, 80-20. Yeah.
There you go. And then we'll check when I've got a few passes in. It takes a while to build it up, so we have to do a couple passes so that you can actually see some color. And before we're done, I'll let you see. So that way you can tell me if we're going in the right direction. Now, when you come to the touch-up, it's a little different than like some of our other procedures, like brows. Not too much of your lips kind of goes away. They just get lighter because they're healing, but they don't disappear on you. So the touch-up is more so about perfecting the color. Even when people love the color and they kind of think they're perfect, usually under the light I can find some imperfections. So your touch-up's much faster and easier. But one of the things I ask clients to look for while they're gone is for any contour things. So like the line underneath, the cupid's bow, just a teeny little bit here or there. So those are things you can kind of be looking out for over the next couple weeks. And then I'm gonna have you come back around 6 weeks at the earliest, but somewhere around 6 to 8 weeks it's good. You can go longer, but most people are ready to finish them by 6 to 8 weeks.
Why do you color the entire look?
It's definitely not necessary, and you'll notice I probably don't really come in here, but it helps me see the contour better. And I think when I show clients, it's easier to see if they're symmetrical, if it's not just like a thin line. Although sometimes it looks crazy, so there's that. But it's also easier for me to clean this up in a second. So I start off just shading it in. Almost, it's kind of like carving them out instead of just making the line perfect. So when I show you, I'm going to double shy. So if they look great, that's fine. But truly, if you see something that looks off, aside from the fact that they're outlining red, you should tell me so I can fix it. Also, the thing I want everybody to know about lip blush that we do, we don't do any hard lines or lipstick. So that means, well, we want them to be even, they're contourless. So when we're showing people the shapes, I'm always like, yes, they matter, but also remember it's not going to be like cut out because that's not the style that we do. So so that's literally why unless we do something really weird, I mean, you can't up, and it's kind of hard to make them uneven because most of the time we're enhancing your natural shape and you don't have significant asymmetry of the lips. It's just not common. Okay, so I'm gonna have you take a look at this. Again, we're disregarding the color.
I love red.
I mean, it looks pretty on you. And we're also not lining to perfection, so we're not going to line them. So what matters is not necessarily that the line is like super crisp, like a thin pencil, but that it feels even. And then if there's anything that you want to tweak, just
I would take this bottom edge, just cut that, cut that Like I said, that's where I tend to. If I follow my natural lip shape, I do. That is it. But I tend to cut that in, and then just a little like what I just did, like just that between the corner of my mouth and the peak of my bottom lip.
Okay.
This line right here.
Alright.
Yes, I love it.
Feel good?
Yes. And the color is pretty, but
Yeah,
you're right, it's
right. But you can still do this red on top of this color, so that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna lean you back, and it's time for us to get our first pass in. So continue to tighten that. And then you just let me know if you need anything. You're gonna have headphones in, and I am gonna put the mouthpiece in, but I can mind if you want. So I will kind of tap you if I want to make sure you're feeling okay. But then if you want, just turn it forward. Sometimes it's easier if you do it. You're good. You're good. Okay, let's start over. And you're gonna feel like drool's going everywhere. Don't. There you go. Note to self. I'll do it next time. Perfect. It's a really weird feeling, but it looks perfect. So basically the way it works, she's got numbing, but she's gonna feel a little sting in some spots. Some spots will be super numb. Everybody's different. Some people swell right away, some people don't swell that much at all. Some people it's kind of towards the end. So we'll be able to tell pretty quickly how much she swells, but I keep adding numbing. That helps keep her more and more numb, and then also helps with the swelling. Doing okay? Okay.
Can you explain the dots again?
So basically, the needle is super tiny. You honestly can't even really see it. But each time the needle touches the skin, it leaves a tiny dot. And it happens, moves up and down over and over again. And then basically we're just layering lots and lots of dots on top of each other with each pass. And that's what makes them colorful, but there's lots of her natural lip color showing through because it's not a full, like, dark coverage. And that's what helps them look natural because your lip tissue can blend with the color and then it's not too dark. And then it's also what makes them heal really fast. So it's not too much trauma. It's a good thing. A lot of people have questions about the shape and if they're gonna look natural or not. The skin around her lip is different than the skin on her, like her actual lip tissue. It's much thinner. But if I tattoo the same color, same speed, same everything down here, it takes the ink differently. It'll look much darker. Makes it really obvious that she's had a tattoo. It just doesn't look good. So when you come in, we will talk about shape and we can enhance a little bit, but not too far outside your natural lip line. Just a little bit. It's amazing how much bigger they look when they're all one color. And the corners are more blended. Right now I'm putting another numbing on, so it's gonna take me like 10 minutes or less, but like at least a few minutes to finish this top. Since this one's just sitting here, it can never hurt to have more numbing, so we're just gonna cover it, sometimes at this stage, if we cover it a little bit, it works even better. So then that can just stay there till I'm ready to work on it again and going. I was telling her, for most people, the Cupid's bow area is the most sensitive. Like, of anything you can feel, that's usually going to be when you feel more. At least on the first pass. Then we put more numbing. Okay, so we've done a pass on the top and the bottom. She had more numbing, and then we've done a second pass on the bottom. So you can already see kind of like the difference in color. Everything that we do is pretty natural, and she chose a mauve color, which is very like lip-like. So it always looks really natural, but you can already tell kind of how the color is built up here compared to up top. So up top, all she's had is the outlining and then enough to open her to get her more numb. So we're looking good, and she's minor swollen, so not gonna lie, a lot of people will get a little more swollen than this, but it's totally normal when it goes away within like an hour or two. And a little bit of the tiny little bit of swelling that's left, you'll probably really like, because they like all pop. But that goes away in like a day. Okay, so we're gonna wipe her numbing off. We did 2 passes, really like 3. You can relax it. And now I always check in with every client, no matter what your goals are, to make sure that the color is going in the direction that you want. So there's still time for her to be like, this is too pink, or this is too mauve. I was actually hoping for whatever, and then we can kind of adjust. So no matter what, we'll be close, but maybe we make an adjustment, and then the next pass or 2 with that new color, whatever we're tweaking. And then we're gonna check symmetry. I've already seen a couple things, like the outline on the top and the Cupid's bow. I kinda wanna tweak more, but we put more numbing on just in case she wants more. Bolder people want something that's like more, oh yeah, that water, she's thirsty. People who want something that's bolder, we're probably gonna do more like 5 passes depending on the color. People who want something subtle, this might be it, but then we just do like the little perfecting pass to make the edges and the contour nice, and we're done. So I'm gonna have you look. We always start out over here.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can give you a tissue.
I got you.
You got it? It's sometimes kind of hard to hear, hard to see with the light. So you're more than welcome to check the big mirror or the bathroom that's got the big light. Sometimes you can see better in there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
You liking the color?
Yes.
Okay. So
I'd say just mauve this next time.
Okay. Does it feel pinky?
Or
you would like it a little more mauve?
Just a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's nailing it right now pretty well.
Yeah.
So I know that it's gonna lighten up, and as the lighten up, I'd rather see more mauve than pink.
Okay.
So.
And then if you were to stay like this, would that be a little too dark for you?
No.
Okay. So then I think we should do another pass. That way, it will never look terrible scary.
Right.
But one more pass ensures that if it lightens a little bit, that we don't get super light.
Yeah.
And then I think, do you feel like you want to do the mauve on the next pass or the next visit?
The next pass.
Okay, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
So we'll take a little bit of pink out, and then I'll put that in your notes. So either next time we'll do this whole thing again, or maybe next time we'll just do mauve. We'll decide how that goes. And then shape-wise, color-wise, I feel like we got pretty good here on this side. This feels just a little less saturated, especially kind of in this corner.
You're right.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
And it's the more sensitive side, so we'll improve it this time. It may not catch up with the other side today, but it'll be close.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So far, so good.
Good?
Yeah.
You feel good about the overall shape and everything?
Yes. Cool.
This area, these areas where you're worried about making them bigger, we didn't change the rainbow right there.
Right.
This is just swollen.
Oh yeah.
So that
I can tell.
Cute.
Sweet.
They look beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. So one more pass. And we'll focus on those things, and then I'll have you triple check again. Make sure you're happy with it. Okay, so her lips are gonna heal in only like 3 or 4 days. And then they'll get, it's hard to put a number on it, but I mean, at least 25% lighter, softer than this. But that's why we do 2 sessions, so we can perfect things and then we can layer more color in without overdoing it in one session, and then you kind of get to have more wiggle room with your color. So we'll have her look, and then assuming everything's good, we'll go over aftercare and take care. Oh, these are pretty perfect.
Yeah.
Alright, let's check and then have another look. And again, if you want to check a bigger mirror, you're more than welcome.
Yeah. Okay, that looks good. Okay.
Good?
Yeah. Yeah. Those were really nice.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Feel good about it?
They look really even. Yeah.
Good. You have a teeny, just the tiniest little, it's half freckle, half pinpoint bruise right there. So
I
I
see
was
it.
kind of torn between, is that Cupid's bow higher
come
or
back
not?
to it.
But I'd save it.
Yeah.
Because then we make that one, the other one higher, and then they heal, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
so I'd save that.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
The color looks like my natural lip color,
Good.
just more even.
Nice.
So.
Good. The other thing we play with at your touch-up is this inside piece on the top and bottom. You get swollen and it like pops your lip out.
Right.
Sometimes it makes it look like we need to put more in there, but it's actually just swollen. So we'll play with that too.
Yeah. I love it.
Sounds good. All right, cool.
Sweet.
So aftercare wise, I'm just gonna, we've kind of chatted a little bit about it while I was washing my hands. I'm gonna give you ice. So this is optional. It's kind of starting to soften a little bit, but you can put this on through the baggie if it's too cold. It's single use, so the gauze side, you can put that on there. So you want this just as cold as that. And it's fresh, so a little bit cleaner that way. As needed, off and on, you're more than welcome to freeze it and put it back on here, or not use it at all, totally up to you. AQUAPHOR, we talked about, so whenever you want, as much as you want, really starting tomorrow. So most people at least once a day, anytime you feel like they're getting cracked, or you need to go somewhere and you want to know which is glossy, as much as you want. And then today, I'm gonna give you a baggie of some like wet cotton rounds, and I'm gonna have you wipe them. I mean, you can time it, but really like every 20-30 minutes or so, like 5 times, somewhere around there. So all that's on your sheet.
Yeah.
But that helps like mop off that
fluid.
fluid. Yeah, so you don't get scabs, which is unlikely. And then that's when tomorrow you can start doing the AQUAPHOR, and I would still keep up the wiping regimen. It can be cotton rounds if you run out of ones I give you. It could be anything. Right. Gauze or something clean. Yes. Even honestly, washing your hands in the bathroom, like wiping with water or something. And then you should be healed in like a few days. Some people 3, some people 5, somewhere in the middle. And then color-wise, we talked a little bit about they soften from this. And then the color kind of blooms a little. So if they look kind of light around week 1, they'll be more vibrant as the weeks go by. And then we need to book the touch-up, but we'll do that around 6 weeks. Cool. Any questions? No? Okay, cool. All right, we're all done. That's it.